Hi, welcome to the demo video of Form Prefiller add-on. Before diving deep into the add-on functionality, I would like to explain what the add-on is all about. So, Form Prefiller add-on allows you to pre-fill some of the questions in your form before sending out it to your customers. So, for example, you are a business and you want to collect feedback on your product, services uh, from the customers, but you would also want to avoid the hassle on their end to, fill out the name, email address, and order ID. Also, removing the scope for mistakes. For example, they filled out incorrect email ID or order ID, etc. Assuming that the customer is a regular visitor, you already have their details with yourself and you can fill out all of those details at your end. And then the question starting from here: how satisfied are you with your product, services? What could we do to improve your experience? Would you recommend us to a friend or a colleague? Are the questions that your customers can actually answer. So my intended goal is to pre-fill these three questions and then the customer to be able to fill up the latter three questions. So for that, we can use form pre-filler add-on. You just go ahead and download the add-on from marketplace. Over here, I've already downloaded it for the sake of the demo. Click on generate pre-fill links. It asks for a bunch of permissions. Okay, select all, click continue, and you see the add-on appears. So step number one is to upload your spreadsheet. So this is a spreadsheet from where you would like to pre-fill your top three questions. So for the demo, I have already prepared this spreadsheet. This is called customer feedback. I just upload it. I'll quickly show you how the contents of the spreadsheet look like. So basically you see there are three columns: customer name, email ID, order number, and this is for customer John and Jane, and these are the email ID and order numbers. Okay, so I'll click on next. So step number two is to match form fields with spreadsheet columns. So basically what I could do is either manually map the fields in the form to the spreadsheet or use the smart suggest AI option, which I'll come to later on. So first question is what is your name, and you could see this is coming from the form, and in this drop down you will get the values that are from your spreadsheet. So you see you had sorry, yeah, you just saw that you had customer name, email ID, and order ID with order number. But let's try out the smart suggest AI feature. This is generating suggestion and it should be able to map the spreadsheet columns to the form fields and also depict the confidence level, right? So you see what is your name is mapped to customer name, email address is mapped to email ID, order ID to order number, and the confidence percentage is are highlighted here, how confidently the AI is able to predict all these values. So you see within just a click the matching happened. So either you could also manually change if you see that AI has not suggested the values as per your expectation, but if it looks correct you could just go ahead and click on generate links. Now moving on, the generate link options, what it does is it would create two pre-fill links because we had two values in our spreadsheet. First is for John, the email address, the order ID, and these are the fields that customer can eventually fill and click on submit. So what they can do is they could give you rating and you could say yes, click on submit, and then that's how your form would have the first response. Okay, coming back, and the link to would have the second row entry from the spreadsheet. There's an optional send email option as well, wherein you can select the email column of your customer if you want to send the pre-fill form as an email to your customers. This is how you can do it. uh, I might have something already saved with me, so I'll just copy paste that email subject. Then so these are the placeholders basically, which would be replaced by the actual values. So let's say this is the email body. I just say hi, customer name, and rest of the body I'll just copy paste from my system. Name, I'll just review the placeholders. Customer name, customer email. Yeah, it's actually email ID, so I'll replace it with the email ID placeholder. Then on refill form link looks correct, and order ID, sorry, yeah, this field is order number. Okay, and I could click on send email, and actually this should send emails to the respective two customers. Click on send, and yeah, you see here we have John and Jane. Actually, the say address not found because it's not an actual email ID, but I can show you how the contents look like. Yeah, you see the customer name placeholder was here, which is replaced by the actual value. And then full name is over here, email address, order ID, and then this is your pre-fill form link. Now customer can just use to give their responses. Click on submit, and voila, you are done. So that is it for the demo. Thank you so much.